I made a statement on social media shortly before I got blocked. And there was this moron walking around the mall. I work in a mall. And pretty illustrious career, right? And there was this guy walking around the mall with a T-shirt on. And the back of it said something to the effect of, "Pardon the inconvenience, we're changing the world." That is about as dumb a thing as I could imagine being said. But then I thought about it and I realized just how naive the concept of changing the world at the cost of your inconvenience is. And then I come to realize that no, the naive want to change the world because it's the world that's the problem. The wise man wants to change himself because he knows it's how he views the world that makes it a problem for him. Mm-hmm. Now, if enough people were to become wise and to seek out the change for themselves, now you see the world start to change objectively.
Yeah, I mean, I made a song a couple years ago called Cash Out and Move to the Boonies, which is basically about the concept of getting away from all this crazy worldly insanity and being able to actually come up with some ideas that are my own. And I think it's hard to come up with an original idea, and I don't even know if an original idea exists.
Well, you're not allowed to.
Everything's kind of plagiarized at this point. But to maybe an idea that's my own, it doesn't have to be original. I don't need to be original.
Oh, yeah.
But I just want something that I am doing this action, and I am looking at the world like this because I chose to.
Yes.
Not because it's being programmed into my brain.
It comes down to responsibility.
Yeah.
It comes down to the fact that you have to be responsible for yourself. You have to be responsible. You got to be responsible for yourself. You got to be responsible for your family, and you have to be responsible for your community. But you're the one who has to be responsible for it. Okay? And here's the thing. What we don't like to hear is that we actually have to take on this responsibility. So this person shuns it, then that person shuns it, then that person shuns it. And then this person over here saw them shunning it. Now he has to shun it because he's got to go with the crowd.
But what about social justice warriors? They feel like they want to be responsible for like everybody's.
But they're not actually being responsible. So you got to remember, to take away your freedom for the sake of his convenience, that's not responsibility. That's not responsibility. Being responsible is changing how you act toward them, not changing how this person acts toward them.
What's the most irresponsible thing you're doing right now in your life? Is that what it is?
I have not worked out in a long time. No, there's probably quite a bit.
I would say mine is that.
You got a beer? It's like, damn. So
taking care of the body.
Yeah, taking care of the body, taking care of my money. That's another thing. I'm not all that great with that. Between those two things there, those have got to be it.
So those are things that you're trying to tackle at the moment. And if you can change those things, your world changes.
Exactly. Well, if I can change those things, then it just makes it gives me a little bit more of a superficial change, a little bit more comfort. But the actual substantial change that I need to make is more in the area of I need to pursue honor as I've defined it for myself. And I deliberately, I thought outside of what I considered best of myself to be honor. I looked for the most honorable traits, established this as honor, and I see where I'm lacking in those areas, and that's where I need to pursue.
So you're shooting for the stars. You're looking for the most honorable positions that you can imagine, and you're trying to
most honorable behavioral traits.
Path.
Yeah. Most honorable behavioral traits, not necessarily a position.
What are a few of your most honorable character traits that you are proud of?
That I do have?
Yeah.
Loyalty. Loyalty and a sense of justice.
Loyalty is an interesting one. Because when it comes to loyalty...
Oh, yes, it is.
There are...
Welcome to 2020.